What is going on, people from the tube? Welcome back to another Pancho Things. If you guys already know, if you didn't know, we got merch in progress. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I bought a press to make my own t-shirts, my own hoodies, my own pants, everything. I'm making everything myself. But the progress part is because everything is disassembled. So we need to assemble the whole thing. So this is what this video is all about. If you're interested into screen printing and all reviews of the cheapest screen printing machine that I could get out of Amazon, then you can watch this video and figure it out. But if you're into the review of this machine, then you're in the right place, because I'm gonna build this whole thing. And we're gonna start the review by saying, one, this called all disassembled boxes, and it was a kit. It had some ink, it had some pretty much everything to get you started. This is a 4-station, 4-color printing press. It's kind of big, so we're gonna start the review by saying it's kind of not cool because all the ink and all the chemicals exploded in the box where it was shipped to. So that all exploded in the box that it came through. So that right there, not the greatest. As far as the equipment, there's a whole bunch of boxes, screws, springs, pieces of wood, screens, more screens, tubs. I had a pressure washer. I had to buy that pressure washer because I need to clean all this stuff. So a dryer, the base, the top is just to expose your images. It comes with pretty much everything to get you set up, but the most important thing, a manual on how to build it. So we're gonna go and see if we can figure it out. So I don't have a manual, but I have, this is all I have. Well, not even that, because that's not in part of the thing. This is all I have to go by. So here we go. The only thing that it says there is that before everything is completely installed, not to tighten all the screws. So, like, not full tight. So we're gonna listen to what they have to say. Alright, so quick recap. We got the legs, the base of the legs, and these ones right here. That's the other leg right there. So you got the legs. They had two nuts, one in the bottom, one on the top, and then a cap So legs goes first on this triangular basis. There's only two holes, there are only two options for them to go. The other holes are too small, so these will not fit. Then you have these parts will lined up in the middle, right there. So there's 3 bolts with washers and nuts, and they come this way. Now I'm guessing that this goes with this side, this lip right here. I'm guessing the lip goes that way. So the next part will line up with this one, and then the next part, so on and so forth, and you can put them together. So I got 2 of them already. I got 2 more to go. So let's go. I gotta show you something. So, let's see if I can zoom in. So there is a gap right here versus no gap. So that's one of the things when you buy this kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure that when I'm tightening all the screws, hopefully that fully plays, otherwise I'm gonna have to put that one apart and stringing it out with a set of pliers or something. Everything is done, all the legs are done. So now I gotta put them, link them all together. Now, I didn't mention this before, but all the bolts and nuts that come for that part, like just the legs and the base and the little tree just to set up the machine, they're all the same size. The only thing that is not the same size is the legs. Everything else is the same size, all even, all around, and those are the same bolts that I'm imagining I gotta use to link all 4 legs together. So let's go. So we're gonna go now and see how everything else is looking. Okay, so we reached the point where I need to put these arms first but I have no clue what screws and what stuff goes there. So I'm gonna go through a trial and error and until I find the right pieces. So bear with me, because once again, this is all I got. Right, so let me show you this. So we're gonna have 12 of this. Let's see if I can. 1 second. So it's gonna be 12 of these long bolts, right? So those are gonna secure the arms to the bases. So let's go. All right, all 4 arms are there now. So let's see what's next. All right, so here's where we are right now. We got the 4 arms. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put the springs to lift this up and attach the base where the screens are gonna go. So that's what I'm gonna do next. So I'm gonna attach the bases first, and then I'm gonna put the springs and see what's going on. But I gotta keep going into that picture and kind of like detail look the picture, because I want to make sure that everything is in the right position. So let's see. Right, so we already talked about inconsistencies. We found one. So that one is this one. So let's see if we can get it. There you go. So that one is flush, that one is not. So this machine needs to be accurate. If you're going to be doing different colors, everything needs to line up in the same spot, otherwise everything is going to be making your job difficult. That's why most people on this industry don't like these machines, is because they're made in China and they're not consistent. So we found a second one. So let's look at it. So this is how it looks, right? It's flat, flush. That's how it's supposed to look, right? Let me show you this one. All bent. So we're gonna have to do some work first before I can put the parts that go there to try to even that out. I know that the base, once I ratchet up and put it tight, it will bend to the right position because I got a backing. But here I don't have a backing, so I'm gonna have to put some elbow grease and try to pull those pieces of metal and put them straight before I can move on. The rest, wanna ratchet it up. With the full pressure, should all bind together. So let's keep moving. Alright, let's go over this really quick. So, we have a spring that goes into the base. It goes straight this here, and that's the tension rod. And you're gonna have the same on both sides. So right now we gotta attach the rest of the springs, put some tension on them, and start keep moving our way. Alright, so that's done. Now I'm going to show you the other part. It's super intuitive. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Super intuitive, but still, you gotta kind of think about it. Okay, so we got these little guys. We got 4 with felt on them and 4 flat. So now I need to identify, because we have a hole there. So now we need to find out which one with the felt goes either there or here. So let's look at the picture and you will identify that there's, see, there's one right there, and that looks like the one with the felt, and then there's also the ones back there. It's really hard to tell because these pictures are just horrendous, so we're gonna go with that. We got these parts. Okay, so this, so you have an idea, we'll see here in the arm, we'll lay on top, right? And guide it to keep it in position. So that's the next part we're gonna work on, is just attaching these to the base arm. So let's go. Alright, so this is the platen. So here's where the shirts go, and you put your garments in there, you print them, and then the screen is here, lays down on that has the garment, and then you print it. This is what we're talking about, consistency and something being cheap. So this base needs to be mounted on this, which it will land in this arm, right? So here's the problem with this. Instead of pre-drill the holes for this mount to be ready, this is what they did. So in theory, you're supposed to align this here and put 3 screws there, but and 3 screws on this side. Now, since this side wasn't painted, we don't know if this is even. So I'm gonna have to measure from here, here, from here, here, and then from here, here, and from here, here, just to make sure that everything is even before I even put the screws in. Alright? Yeah! Alright, so now here's the flatten. So we're gonna see if we can mount this in here. Let's see if you guys can see actually. Let me put it this way. Alright guys, we are done. We tied everything up. Everything is how it's supposed to be. Here is the deal though. We're gonna go over the things that I found extremely annoying with this preparation, starting with the fact that we don't have a manual, so I had to reverse engineer this whole thing and just put it together by separating everything apart and start trying to figure out how things go and using the picture as a model just so I could have a clue what's happened. So as I mentioned, this is a 4-station 4-color press. One color is going to be inhabilitated for now due to the fact that I have my flash dryer there. So, which brings me to the other point. The flash dryer have this, right? No idea what this is for. Have a power here. So I don't know. I don't know if this is to put a thermometer and you pass the cable through there. I have no clue. So I don't know what this is for. This came with a thermometer, so no idea. I'm guessing the thermometer should at any given time be on top of the platen instead of being elsewhere. If you put it close to the unit, it's gonna read the heat on top of the unit but not on the bottom. So that's one thing. So there was a couple of parts, a couple of pieces that I had to bend and hit with a hammer in order to make it fold in piece. Like there was a bar down there, there was one of these parts here that wasn't working either. So I had to do that. So these little rollers here, you will imagine that it's just to guide this stuff, but I really don't know what these guys do either, because they're not in touch with the press. As you can see, they're not touching the press. So I don't know what the job of these guys is, quite honestly. As far as I mentioned, so this seems to be falling into place better now. So one of the things that I'm going to do is that I'm going to number the board with the part that is actually sitting and aligning better, just so we can have an idea of what's going on. But so somebody comes across this video, please tell me what these things do, because once again they're not in contact at any point with this metal thing, so I don't know what the function of these little rubber little wheels here is. What else? This took way longer than it should have. There's for sure some shortcomings on this press, and I'm probably gonna have to bend a couple other pieces of metal here just to make everything lined up as it's supposed to. After all, for the price, not bad. comes with a lot of things. There is going to be Jimmy rigging that you're going to have to do, unfortunately. Once again, what I mentioned earlier, these are cheap presses. They do the job, but they're cheap presses. It's not that the job is not done properly, it's that it's going to take you longer to get the job done versus if you had a really, really, really good screen printing machine from the get-go. It makes your job way easier. It's easier to manipulate, easier to work with. As of right now, once again, this is what we have. This is what we have to work with, and we gotta make it work. And the opportunities to improvement and growing and changing the equipment might present itself, might not. Actually, let's make it straight. Will present itself at the time. As of right now, we gotta get all the ins and outs with this. Which in a way, I kind of prefer it that way because you're forced to really learn everything that is all about the techniques. In that way, when you're with a good machine, you're gonna be way faster, way better, way more accurate versus working with this where you're gonna have to finagle, figure things out, and be 100% sure of what you're doing. It's valuable information that you're gonna be able to transfer to a better piece of equipment. As far as the rest of the equipment, there is a lot of parts that are they look kind of cheapo. Bulbs, this is an exposure unit, so you're supposed to use these lamps, put them on the table, and do the exposure unit that way. I send you with a hose. That hose, actually, you probably won't even be able to wash a dog with that thing. It's terrible. You have comes with some squeegees. Comes with some. So overall, it's kind of cheap. Once again, this is our starting point. I know that a lot of people are going to watch this and they're going to be like, well, why didn't you go with something of a higher quality? Here's the deal. It wasn't feasible. Economically wise, wasn't feasible. The idea with this is, one, get the knowledge going and produce my own merch. And with that, improve my YouTube channel. And from there, we'll see how we grow. We see what opportunities presents out there. But as of right now, this is what it's going to be. As I mentioned before, the ink and everything exploded in shipping. I already sent an email to the distributors of this. I'm actually not even hoping to get a reply, to be honest with you. But hey, we tried. I already had some other ink in order and some other pieces of gear actually in order that are more suitable for, that are more quality than what we have coming with this kit. But there you have it, guys. It took way too long. If they wouldn't include a manual, this is something that you probably will get done within 2 hour, 3 hour mark. Unfortunately, it took way more than that, and I'm still not done. I still have to adjust everything, figure out how to adjust how much tension is needed, figure out how much elevation I need, how much of the stoppers do you need to adjust. There's a lot to learn and a lot to do. But unfortunately, you don't have a manual, so simple tasks like that might take you 45 minutes is gonna take us a couple hours for sure. But there you have it. That's the screen printing machine. And this is the first video of this series. Once again, if you guys are interested on more information about this, you guys are interested on getting more detail about what are we doing, how we do it, and everything, please just let me know in the comments. I will be more than happy to show you more information. This video is mostly for anyone that buys this and they're expecting to have a manual. I'm gonna be your manual. I had to figure it out the hard way. So there you have it. Thank you so very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. I will see you in the next one. And as I mentioned on the other video, I'm buying a boat.